from Victoria, Kansas. It's Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. For our crew here at Tiger Media Network, I'm Eli Blankenship. Thank you one and all for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. We've got the Victoria Knights taking on the Ellis Railroaders. We'll start with the women's varsity game and then move to the guys game after that. The girls a little ahead of schedule tonight, starting about 13 minutes early. The guys game will follow that at approximately 7 o'clock or 7:30, I guess I should say. 7:30 will be the time of tip-off for that game. Once again, thank you one and all for tuning in, as tip-off is just moments away here in Victoria, Kansas. Dinkle and Reed ready to fight for the tip. Victoria wins the tip, and Brinley Lichter will start with the rock. Left wing, Schmidberger, top of the keys, Roger. Lichter dribbles off her right hand, bounce pass onto the right wing. Lichter backing her way back down to the paint. That pass tipped away, comes right back into her hands. In trouble on the low block, and it's stolen away by the Railroaders. It'll go out of bounds off Ellis. Victoria basketball. Ball comes into Lichter. Left wing, Roger. Back across the floor. She connects with Kuhn. Bounce pass over to Kuhn. Left wing. Back across the floor. Short corner jumper is off the mark for Lichter. Now standing on that Victoria V is Eck. Comes back across to her in the left corner. Now a long three ball is well short for the Railers. That was Sienna Schmidt taking that shot for the Ellis girls. Lichter across the floor. She's got Roger. Now Kuhn. Kuhn drives in off her right hand. Trots her way into the paint, and it looks like she's called for a travel. Ball back to the Railers. Ellis trying to break that full court press from Victoria. Reed back across the floor. She connects with Schmidt. Now it's Eck. Near corner, now underneath the basket. Reed lays it up and in for two. Ellis takes the first lead of the game. They lead it 2-0. 6:05 left to play here in the first. Roger. Left wing. Kicks it out to Kuhn. Kuhn dribbles up underneath the basket. She's blocked. Rebound comes down to Victoria. And then it's ripped away by the Railers. Ellis back on the basketball. And a timeout called by the Railroaders. A 30-second timeout, as their head coach, Jill Steffens, was a little bit unconfident as to whether or not they could break that press. This Victoria Knights team has been pressing pretty hard in this first quarter of play, at least here in the start of it. First couple possessions, they didn't really press the Railers, and then after that first make from Ellis, since then they've been able to press, and that's been causing the Railroaders a little bit of issues getting down the floor. 5:42 left to play here in the first quarter. Ellis still on the basketball. X got it in the front court. Back across the floor to Boydston. Now in the far corner, it's Cole. Cole looks down low and turns the ball over. It's recovered by Lichter. Lichter pushing the floor. Roger tramps her way into the lane and has to pull it back outside the arc. And Victoria resets here on the V with Kuhn on the basketball. Bounce pass into the far corner. Lichter back across the floor. Roger. Now stepping into a three. Schmidberger knocks it down. Victoria has a 3-point lead. Excuse me, a 1-point lead. 3-2 now is the score. Try for a basket. I guess they say that was a long two. At least what the scoreboard is reflecting. Roger left wing. Right wing back to Lichter. Roger takes a dribble to right hand. Now in the short corner, it's Kuhn. And that ball tipped out of bounds. It'll be Ellis basketball. Ellis breaks the press. A full court pass tipped out of bounds. Ball remains with the Railroaders. Now baseline, inbound in play. Tipped back out of bounds by Victoria. 4:10 left to play here in the first. Schmidt chucks it in bounds. A three ball from the top of the arc is good for Taylor Cole. Lichter throws it over to a teammate in the corner who couldn't quite connect on the three. Roger on the baseline. She throws it into Lichter. Roger. Tried a jab step, and it looks like she put the ball down on the floor a little bit too early. That'll be a turnover in favor of the Railroaders. Ellis holding that 3-point lead. Full court pass. Inside the paint, Cole. Pass tipped away, and looks like this ball remains with Ellis. Back in play. Corner three is well off the mark by Schmidt. Rebound comes down to the Railers, and now under the basket, a jump ball. No, they're going to call a foul, actually. That goes on Cole. First team foul of the game for either squad. That's her first personal. That one goes on Leah Reed. Rogers got it top of the key. Back across the floor, it's Schmidberger. Now corner three for Victoria is way off the mark. Rebound comes down to Kuhn. She tries to put it back up and can't get it to roll in. Now the Railers running the floor. Underneath the hoop, Boydston. That pass out of bounds. It'll be Ellis basketball. And the gymnasium in this school is an interesting setup. They have an interesting out-of-bounds line. The baseline is not quite marked super well, so that's something to keep an eye on. Another big three-pointer for Emma Schmidberger. She's up to 5 points. We've got a tie ball game at 5 apiece. Under the basket. Boydston is rejected. Now running the floor, Kuhn. Bounce pass into the corner. Now pass across and one. Count the bucket. Cindy Worth just checked into the game and already making her presence felt. This foul charge to Taylor Cole, that's her first personal. 2 team fouls for the Railers. And now a long 3-ball from Ellis off the mark. Rebound comes down to the Knights as they go the other way with it. Lichter throws it into the corner. Corner 3 is good. Kaylee Kuhn knocks it down. Victoria on a run of their own. 9-point run for the Knights, and now an and one on the other side of the floor for Leah Reed. 4-point Victoria lead, under 2 left to play here in the first quarter. That foul charge to Schmidberger, her first personal. Team's first of the quarter, that free throw no good. Running the floor, Lichter. Bounce pass underneath to Kuhn. And turnover in favor of the Ellis Railers. Ellis breaks the full court press. Boydston throws that pass away. Victoria's got the basketball. This gym quite literally barely fits the constraints of having this hardwood floor. As you can see, the lines are pretty much right up and next to the wall. Corner 3, Lichter rims out. Rebound brought down by Schmidberger underneath the hoop. Pass stolen away, and the Railers have got it. Victoria still trying to put on that full court press, and Sienna Schmidt comes down with the basketball with ease. Boydston's got it on the right wing. Cross-country star herself. That pass thrown up underneath and stolen away by Victoria. 45 seconds left to play. Running the floor, Kuhn, no good, and they tried again underneath the basket. Still no good. A whistle and a foul. This will be charged to Cindy Worth. That's her first personal, second of the quarter on the team, and it'll be black ball when we come back. 30-second timeout. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. We welcome you back to Victoria, Kansas. Victoria leading it 11-7 here in the first quarter. 40 seconds left to play. Victoria still in that full court press. Miriam's got it. She chucks it back to Eck. Ball comes across half court. Eck crashing her way to the hoop, and there's a jump ball on the low block. It'll be possession Ellis. Ball comes into the near corner. 3-ball is no good. It clanks off the side of the rim. Goes out of bounds. Victoria basketball on the far sideline. 20.5 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Ball rolled into Lichter. Near corner Dinkle. They chuck up a 3. That one clanks off the side of the rim. Railers come down with the rebound. Still under that full court pressure. They get it across half court. Got to chuck a shot up. That pass stripped down. And that will mark the end of the first quarter of play. Victoria has a 4-point lead. They lead it 11-7. You're watching Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. We welcome you back to Victoria, Kansas, here on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. So far, the Victoria girls holding a 4-point lead. They lead it 11-7. Far corner, Lichter. Rogers got it, top of the key. Now corner three is no good, off the side of the rim. Rebound brought down by Kuhn. Lichter's got it. Still in the front court, little handoff pass to Roger. Roger takes a dribble, kicks it out to Kuhn. She chucks up a three. That one clanks off the side of the iron. Ellis running the floor. It's Eck on the basketball. She's guarded very closely by Roger. Now a whistle. And they charge this foul to Cindy Worth. That's her second personal, so she'll likely come out of the game to conserve her foul count. She comes out of the game. Schmidberger checks back in for her. Schmidberger currently leading all scorers with 5 points. Far sideline, pass comes in. And now a miscue on the Railers. That was Rylan Aschenbrenner who threw that one away. Kuhn. Now Roger. Back in the corner. Three ball goes in and out. Rebound comes down to Kuhn. She chucks one up and is fouled after it bounces off the rim and out. 6:56 left to play here in the second. Victoria is still with that 4-point lead, 11-7. That foul charge to Leah Reed. That's her second. So she will also likely check out of the game. That free throw clanking off the back iron. 0 of 2 for Victoria there on that trip from Kuhn. Eck throws it across the floor. Now Boydston. Back inside, underneath the hoop, inside the paint. Swirls around the hoop, and Taylor Cole gets it to drop in. Ellis trails it by 2. They've got a 4-point scoring run. And now a shot chucked up by Victoria. This time it's Brynlee Lichter who throws it up. That's a foul on the Railers. They're going to book Evelyn Merriam with the foul. That's her first personal. Team's second of the quarter. Lichter's first free throw ricochets off the side of the rim. 6:19 left to play here in the second. Lichter's second, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Railers. Eck storming her way down the floor. And that pass goes down the floor, and a foul is called on Victoria. They're going to book Kaylee Kuhn on that foul. That's her first personal. Second team foul of the quarter. 6:10 left to play here in the second quarter. Ball comes into Eck. She brings it across her body. Correction, that's Cole. And that pass stolen away by Kuhn. She races the floor. Now down to Rogers. Lays it in off the glass, and it clanks off the side of the rim. Ellis going the other way with it. Schmidt in transition lays one up off the top of the glass. It doesn't go in. Rebound comes down to Lichter. Lichter across the floor, top of the key. Three is off the mark for Schmidberger. 5:40 left to play here in the second. Victoria makes the substitution. Cindy Worth checks into the game for Lila Roger. Eck steps into a deep three, and she hits it. The Railers take their first lead of the game. That pass chucked across the floor. Lichter had it and threw it away as she was trying to connect with her teammate Dinkle underneath the hoop. Ellis basketball now. Victoria kind of lets up on this press, and I wonder if that foul trouble is due to that. Boydston looks inside to her teammate Cole. Back to Boydston on the left wing. Now in the corner, she chucks up a three. Schmidt is off the mark. Rebound comes down to Eck. Boydston's got it in the front court. Schmidt, left wing, looks inside to her teammate Merriam. Pass deflected. Boydston has to chuck it back out to Schmidt. Back across the floor. Eck in the right corner. She gets crashed on by multiple Knights. Rebound comes back down to the Railers, who lays it in for an easy two. Taylor Cole had the points, and she's up to 7 herself. She leads all scores. Lichter crashing her way on the boards. Ball comes across the floor. It's tipped away, and Victoria still has it. And timeout called by Victoria. A full timeout. We'll step aside for just a moment. Ellis has a 3-point lead, 14-11 here in the second quarter. We welcome you back to Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. If you're just now joining us, thank you one and all for tuning in. On behalf of our crew, I'm Eli Blankenship. Thanks for tuning in to Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week between Victoria and Ellis. Victoria's got the basketball. Ball kind of in limbo right now. Lichter's got it now on the right wing. Throws it across the floor. She connects with her teammate Schmidberger. Dinkle back across the floor. Lichter top of the key. She takes a dribble back with her right hand. Now Worth on the handoff pass to Schmidberger. Back outside, Dinkle, who drops it inside to Schmidberger. It rolls off her foot out of bounds. Ball belongs to the Railers. 3:33 left to play here in the second. Railers still holding that 3-point lead. Eck just past the timeline, throws it across the floor to Schmidt. Schmidt finds Miriam. Now right wing three from Boydston clanks off the front iron, and it goes out of bounds. Off the Railers, it'll be Victoria basketball. .313 left to play here in the second. Worth across the floor, Kuhn. Now Lichter inside to Kuhn. She splits the double team and lays it in for two. On the rock, Schmidt. She brings it across her body. Now Boydston's got it right wing. Puts the ball back down on the floor. Now Schmidt goes to work under the basket. She's rejected. Ball comes back across her body, and laying it in for the bucket is Taylor Cole. She's up to 9 points and leads all scores. Bounce pass across the floor, connects with Lichter. Victoria kind of resetting here. High post, ball goes to Dinkle, back out to Lichter. Lichter dribbling in the corner. She's got it in the short corner, picks up her dribble and throws it back across. Schmidberger, high post, chucks one up, and it clanks off the back iron, gets her own rebound. Throws it up again, can't get the mid-range to fall until it bounces in. Wow, what a shooter's roll for Schmidberger. Schmidberger's got 7 points herself. Now inside the keyhole, it's Cole. Cole drops it inside to Merriman, who can't get the first one to go, throws it back up again, and the rebound this time comes down to Victoria. Kuhn standing on that Victoria V. Her pass tipped. Lichter chucks up a three, you betcha! Lichter retakes the lead for Victoria. They lead it by 2. 18-16 is the score. 1:24 left to play here in the second. This offense has really been run through Brinley Lichter. She's really been the heart and soul of this Victoria offense. She's up to 3 points, but has really been playing kind of a true point guard. Merriman drops it inside to her teammate and Cole. Now a tie-up on the high post. I believe the possession arrow will be in favor of Ellis, as they will now have the ball on the baseline. Sienna Schmidt on the inbound. She claps her hand on the ball. Ball comes in bounds to Cole. Cole takes a dribble. Merriman from the elbow, can't get it to drop in. Full court pass. Dinkle in transition. Ball pulled outside the arc. Kuhn. Now inside is Roger. And the Railers defense stands tall for that possession as the ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Victoria basketball on the far baseline. Roger claps her hand on the ball once. Throws it in over her head. Eck is there to intercept it. Full court pass to Schmidt is off her fingertips. It goes out of bounds. And just like that, it's Victoria basketball. In transition, Kuhn on the right block, kicks it back out. Roger three ball, no good. And a push is called underneath the basket on the Knights. This time it goes on Emma Schmidberger. That's her second personal. That's the third team foul of the quarter. In the keyhole, ball goes over to Cole. Little handoff pass, chucking it up and called for the travels, Boydston. Talked about her being an elite cross-country athlete herself. We had the opportunity to interview her during cross-country season. She's quite the runner. Victoria's got the basketball on the far sideline. Roger throws it inbound to Lichter. Lichter's really been that primary ball handler for this Victoria offense. Thrown across to Kuhn. Kuhn chucks up a three. That one is short. Rebound pulled down by Cole. 4 to shoot. Chucks up a long three that goes way over the backboard and out of bounds. Now 1.6 left to play here in the second period. They've got just enough time to chuck up a full court shot if they can get it to go. Long pass down the floor, comes in bounds, not enough time to get the shot off. And Victoria holds a 2-point lead going into halftime. 18-16, Victoria leads it. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week.
The computer networking students take a variety of IT-related classes that help them get hands-on experience with managing and operating, designing, engineering, repairing, and maintaining computer network systems.
A lot of different organizations have IT and IT needs, and so our students really are well prepared to go out and help users on the network of these different organizations and companies, and be able to make sure that they're connected and able to do what they need to do.
So our concentration is focused on cybersecurity, and at the undergrad level what we're really focused on is getting you the teams for Blue Team. And so we're trying to get you familiar with operating systems, including Windows and Linux, and then we're also going to get you in the networking side of things and focus in on the fundamentals of network security.
This program is preparing students for IA track, which is information assurance, and more hands-on track for technical skills.
So the digital media production and journalism program focuses on producing video, film, and news programming for, television, corporate video work, film, streaming media, and more. So we really give everyone a good hands-on approach to learning how to create good stories that are going to engage audiences and do it in a very artistic way.
Our concentration is the web and mobile application development concentration within the informatics degree program. And so I like to say we're all things web. All the services that you use on the web, our students are building, creating, architecting. So orchestrating, quickly tying together all of these experiences. And so what does that entail? What new skills does that require? And so that's what we're trying to add into our program right now to keep this field, what we do here at Fort Hays, relevant for our students.
At Fort Hays State University, our tourism and hospitality program offers a variety of enrollment options such as online, on-campus, or a hybrid of the two. As travel and tourism grows into one of the top industries in the world, our program provides you with valuable education and industry experience. With our accelerated 3-year program at an affordable price, you can get your degree in 3. Visit our website today to learn more.
The computer networking students take a variety of IT-related classes that help them get hands-on experience with managing and operating, designing, engineering, repairing, and maintaining computer network systems.
A lot of different organizations have IT and IT needs, and so our students really are well prepared to go out and help users on the network of these different organizations and companies, and be able to make sure that they're connected and able to do what they need to do.
So our concentration is focused on cybersecurity, and at the undergrad level what we're really focused on is getting you the teams for Blue Team. And so we're trying to get you familiar with operating systems, including Windows and Linux. And then we're also going to get you in the networking side of things and focus in on the fundamentals of network security.
This program is preparing students for IA track, which is information assurance, and more hands-on track for technical skills.
So the digital media production and journalism program focuses on producing video, film, and news programming for television, corporate video work, film, streaming media, and more. So we really give everyone a good hands-on approach to learning how to create good stories that are going to engage audiences and do it in a very artistic way.
Our concentration is the web and mobile application development concentration within the informatics degree program. And so I like to say we're all things web. All the services that you use on the web, our students are building, creating, architecting. So orchestrating, quickly tying together all of these experiences. And so what does that entail? What new skills does that require? And so that's what we're trying to add into our program right now to keep this field, what we do here at Fort Hays, relevant for our students.
At Fort Hays State University, our tourism and hospitality program offers a variety of enrollment options such as online, on-campus, or a hybrid of the two. As travel and tourism grows into one of the top industries in the world, our program provides you with valuable education and industry experience. With our accelerated 3-year program at an affordable price, you can get your degree in 3. Visit our website today to learn more.
The computer networking students take a variety of IT-related classes that help them get hands-on experience with managing and operating, designing, engineering, repairing, and maintaining computer network systems.
A lot of different organizations have IT and IT needs, and so our students really are well prepared to go out and help users on the network of these different organizations and companies and be able to make sure that they're connected and able to do what they need to do.
We welcome you back to Victoria, Kansas. A fresh 8 minutes on the clock marks the start of the third quarter. Victoria holds a 2-point lead, 18-16, and they'll start with a rock here in the second quarter. Rogers got it. She throws it across the floor to Schmidberger. Now Lichter, left wing, has it on her right hand. Brings it back across her body. Now Rogers got it in the near side corner. Schmidberger thought about a 3. Now throws it back across the floor to Roger, who chucks up a 3 and swirls it in. Ellis on the rock now, backing her way into the paint, chucking one up high off the backboard is Cole. She can't connect on that one. Victoria holding a 5-point lead. They're on an 8-point scoring run since the second quarter. Schmidberger back across the floor, near side corner is no good from Lichter. Ball goes to Eck, underneath the basket. Boydston, 1, 2, 3, underneath the basket, lays it in for 2. 3-point Victoria lead. 6:50 left to play here in the third. Top of the key, back across the floor. Kuhn. Lichter in the front court, carves her way into the paint, floats one up over the top and drops it in. Lichter's got 5 points. Pass tipped away. Kuhn in transition. Right up the runway, too hard off the glass. Rebound comes down to the Knights and an and one. Count the bucket. Emma Dinkle drops it in for 2. Victoria starting to run away with things here at the start of the third quarter. 6:22 left to play. Victoria holds a 7-point lead. They look to make it 8 with the and one. And free throw clanks off the side of the rim. Now the Railers have it. Eck crossing the timeline. She's picked up just past half court by Kuhn. Boydston's got it right wing. Takes a dribble to her right, now chucks it back across the floor. Cole backing down her defender. Has to kick it back out. Now dropped in underneath the hoop. Cole tries to go up with it. It's heavily contested, and now the Knights have it going the other direction. Lichter drops it inside Kuhn. Back out Lichter, tries a three herself. That one ricochets high and out of bounds. Ball belongs to the Railroaders. Now whistle and a foul underneath the basket. Cole was fouled in the act of shooting. This foul being charged to number 5. That's Emma Dinkle. That's her first personal. And another whistle and another foul. They'll charge this one to Brinley Lichter. That's her first personal. Team's second of the quarter. On the inbound, Aschenbrenner. Far side corner. Back out, top of the key, straightaway three. Planks off the rim from Eck. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Railers. Railers inbounded on the near sideline. Ball comes in, bounds to Eck. She's got on the right wing, drops it inside to her teammate and Cole. Cole backing down her defender. Connects with her teammate and Reed. Reed chucks it up, can't get it to go. Aschenbrenner, excuse me, not Aschenbrenner. That was Boydston who tried to throw it up again. This time the rebound comes down to the Knights. Rogers got it left wing. Brings it across her body. Lichter's got it. Now Dinkle short corner. Pass intercepted by the Railers. Now under 5 left to play here in the third. Eck crosses the timeline, throws it across to Boydston. Boydston's got it right wing. She's face guarded by Roger. Dropping it inside to Reed was Cole. They'll call 3 seconds in the paint on Reed. Turnover in favor of the Victoria Knights. 4:30 left to play here in the third. Lichter hands it off to Rogers. Roger. Dinkle tries a three of her own. That one well short. Rebound comes down to Kuhn, who chucks it up and can't get it to fall. Aschenbrenner, full court pass. Boydston chucks it across the floor underneath to Reed. Pass tipped out of bounds by the Knights. Ball stays with Ellis underneath the hoop. Little personnel change from Victoria. Eck tries a three of her own. That one is too hard off the back iron. Schmidberger comes down with the rebound. Now it's Worth running the floor. Lichter inside to Worth, kicks it back out. Now back out to Lichter, left wing. Lichter thought about carving inside. Now she chucks it across the floor. Now corner three is way short from Worth. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Ellis basketball with 3:45 remaining here in the third. Eck brings it across the timeline. On the free throw line extended is Reed. Back out to Eck. Eck comes off the high screen, chucks it across the floor. She connects with Aschenbrenner. Down low. Cole backing down her defender, goes up and under, and it's too hard off the glass. Bounce pass over to Lichter. Lichter connecting with her teammate in Worth. Aschenbrenner, that's Schmidberger connecting with Kuhn underneath the basket. Now a tie-up on the baseline. It'll belong to the Railers. 3:10 remaining here in the third. Eck brings it across half court. Cole backing down her defender, Dinkel. Chucks one up high off the glass. She's fouled and will take a trip to the free throw line. They'll charge Emma Dinkel with the foul. That's her second personal. Team's third of the quarter. First free throw swirls its way in and drops in. Cole goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She's up to 6 points. Rogers got it on the baseline. Bounce pass over to Lichter. Lichter, little handoff pass to Schmidberger. Now Roger tries a three. You betcha! Roger drops it in. Nothing but net from her. Her second three-pointer of the game. She's got 6 points. 2:25 left to play here in the third. Top of the key is Reed. She throws it down low. Cole up and under on Schmidberger's, no good. Rebound comes back down to the Railers. They try it again. Can't get it to go, and rebound comes down to Victoria. Now running the floor. Worth throws it across the floor to Roger. Roger throws one up and is fouled. She'll take a trip to the foul line. They will charge this foul on Rylan Aschenbrenner. That's her first personal. First free throw good. Second one clanks off the back iron. Roger goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. She's up to 7 points. Aschenbrenner passes it across the floor. Eck. Now just outside the keyhole is Cole. That pass tipped away. Now Victoria running the floor. Roger, handoff pass to Lichter. Lichter comes around a high screen. Bounce pass over to Schmidberger. Now in the corner, Kuhn. Back up to Schmidberger. Back inside to Kuhn. She spins around her defender and throws it in off the glass. Nice move from Kuhn. Kaylee Kuhn has got 7 points on the night for the Victoria Knights. 1:15 left to play here in the third. Ball goes underneath the basket to Cole. She spots up Schmidberger, tries to throw one up, and is whacked on her way up. She'll take a trip to the free throw line. That foul being charged to Kaylee Kuhn. That's her second personal. 4th team foul of the quarter. And the first one from Cole drops. Cole, the first player in double figures, as she goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Underneath the hoop, Kuhn. Pass tipped out of bounds, and it'll be Ellis basketball. Under a minute left to play here in the third. 52 seconds to be exact. Boydston's got it right wing. She's guarded by Kuhn. Back across the floor, she connects with Reed. Back up top of the key to Reed. Now Eck. Excuse me, that's Aschenbrenner. Now it's over in Eck's hands. 35 seconds. She's being face guarded very closely. Pass inside to Boydston, excuse me. And then Merriman tries a mid-range jumper that's too hard off the glass. Roger kicks it over to Worth in the corner. It's tipped away by Merriman. Merriman running the floor. That pass smacked out of bounds by Lichter. Now far sideline, tried to pass it in bounds, and that far side official says her foot stepped in bounds, and looks like they give them kind of a grace area to throw the ball in bounds on that sideline just due to the constraints of this court. Driving to the hoop, Worth, no good, gets her own rebound, takes a power dribble, tries to make a bounce pass back out to Rogers, but there's the Railers. 3 seconds to shoot, full court pass, well short by Eck, and that concludes the third quarter of play. 31-21. The Knights lead it here in Victoria, Kansas. Don't go anywhere. We've got one more quarter of action for you here on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. We welcome you back to Victoria, Kansas. The Knights hold a 10-point lead over the Railers. Fresh 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Top of the key, Lichter. Handoff pass over to Schmidberger. Now a 3 ball from Kuhn is well short. And the ball goes out of bounds in favor of the Railroaders. That ball got smacked into a cheerleader, and he seemed to be all right there on that baseline. But as I mentioned, the constraints of this court are very small. Kuhn tips a pass away in transition, swirls it in off the backboard. Kaylee Kuhn has got 9 points. Boydston back up to Eck. That pass tipped away by Kuhn. She'll run the floor and lay it in for another easy 2. Kaylee Kuhn is up to 11 points. Timeout called. Victoria leads it 35-21. welcome you back to Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. Railers starting to slip behind as they trail it by 14 here in Victoria, Kansas. Inside the keyhole, stop and pop is no good from Taylor Cole. And now Victoria basketball under their own hoop after a foul is charged to Leah Reed. That's her third personal. First team foul of the fourth quarter for either team. Now Kuhn chucks a full court pass. That one misses the mark. And now Ellis has got to go in the other way. Cole backs down to defender on the right wing. It goes over to Eck now. Eck's got it in the front court. Guarded closely by Dinkle. Chucks it over to the elbow. Cole handing it off to Schmidt, who gets whacked hard in the act of shooting. So Sienna Schmidt will take a trip to the charity stripe. They'll charge Emma Schmidtberger with the foul. That's her third personal. First team foul of the quarter for Victoria, as the first one drops in for Sienna Schmidt. She picks up her first points of the game. Second one clanks off the rim, no good. Ellis cuts the lead down to 13. Running the floor is Victoria. That pass stolen away by the Railers. Eck has the ball. She throws it across the floor to Schmidt. Now inside, nobody near her. Cole's got it underneath the hoop. Throws one up and is fouled. 6:10 left to play here in the fourth quarter. His last couple possessions, Ellis has been able to pick up a couple fouls against the Knights to send them to the free throw line for some easy points. This time the foul being charged to Cindy Worth. That's her third personal, team's second of the quarter. Cole goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. She's up to 11 points and is tied for the leading scorer with Kaylee Kuhn. Kuhn comes across half court. Ball in limbo. And they're going to call a jump ball over here on the near sideline. Ball belongs to the Railers. Ball comes into Eck. They call a double dribble as she lost her dribble off her foot. And that will be a costly turnover that goes in favor of Victoria. Lichter. Kuhn's got it. Overhead pass across to Roger. Roger carves inside, kicks it back out. Dinkle. Lichter here in the near corner. Now over to Worth. 3 ball for Rogers, swirls it in. Rogers up to 10 points, the second night in double digits. Merriman, right wing, throws it over to Cole. Now dropping it inside to Reed. That pass is there, but the shot clanks off the rim. Kuhn's crossing the timeline. Well, handoff pass to her teammate, Worth. Lichter. Overhead pass across the floor. Schmidt there intercepting. Rogers in pursuit. Throws it off the window. No good. Rebound comes down to Eck. She tries it again. Can't get it to go, but is fouled. This time the foul going on Emma Dinkle. That's her third personal. Team's third of the quarter. Eck at the line, knocks down her first. Eck's second one clanks off the side of the rim. Rebound brought down by Roger. Roger, crossover move at half court. Now bounce pass Litcher to the right wing. Now Dinkle's got it. Back to Litcher in the front court. Worth. Short corner jumper. Banks it in off the glass. Kuhn's got 2 more points. Kaylee Kuhn leading all scorers now with 13. Schmidt drives to the basket. She is whacked on her way up. Foul charge to Kaylee Kuhn. That's her 3rd personal. Team's 4th of the quarter, so 1 more and they'll put the Railers in the bonus. 4:20 left to play here in the 4th. Schmidt knocking down her first. Schmidt's second, no good off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Kuhn and a handoff pass to Litcher. Litcher crosses the timeline, passes it across to Worth. Dinkle. Back across the floor, Roger. Now right wing, drops it in low to Kuhn. That pass tipped out of bounds by the Railers, and it'll stay with the Knights. Roger smacks the ball once and throws it in bounds. Ball comes in to Worth, who can't get the midi to go. It'll be Ellis basketball underneath their own basket. Under 4 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Merriman. Top of the key, Reed tries to connect with her teammate Cole, and a miscue there from her, and the pass goes out of bounds. Schmidberger comes in for Roger. 3:46 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Kuhn's got it on her own half. Throws it across the timeline to Litcher. Litcher double teamed. Pass stripped away by Merriman. A whistle as the ball goes out of bounds. Possession stays with Victoria. Ball comes into Kuhn. Off the high screen from Dinkle. Passes it across to Litcher. Worth across the floor. Back now to Litcher on the left wing. Dinkle brings it across her body. Carves inside. Back out Schmidberger. Tries a 2. Very long one at that as her foot was on the line. It's no good. Rebound Litcher. Throws it high off the glass. Rebound pulled down by Ellis. And now over the top foul will be called on Cindy Worth. That's her 4th personal. She's one away from fouling out of the game. That's 5 team fouls now on the Knights. That will send the Railers to the free throw line. Eck at the stripe, knocks down her first. Eck up to 5 points respectively. Goes 1 of 2 from the line. Victoria still holding a 14-point lead. Ball comes across half court. Litcher in transition finds Schmidberger. That pass is good, but the shot was way short on the hoop. Ball goes out of bounds and possession remains with the Knights. Roger on the inbound on the baseline. Ball comes into Litcher. Schmidberger, handoff pass to her. That pass thrown away, intended to go to Kuhn. Eck in transition, running her way down the court. Can't get that transition layup to go. And now a foul will be charged to the Railers. This time Jocelyn Eck. She picks up her first personal. Full court pass, Kuhn under the hoop. Lays it in for another easy 2. Kaylee Kuhn is up to 15 points, leads all scorers. Eck drives it in off her right hand. Merriman's got it on the right wing, guarded closely by Roger. 2:12 left to play here in the fourth. Inside, passes it into Reed. Too much pepper on that shot as the rebound comes down to Roger, and now Eck fouls in transition in the attempt to secure the steal in transition. That'll be Eck's second personal. Team's third of the quarter. 2 minutes left to play here in the fourth. Litcher cross half floor. Roger swings it across her body. Back out to Litcher. Litcher in a little bit of trouble. Is able to find a bounce pass to Roger. Oh, baseline floater, no good. Rebound comes down to Victoria. Kuhn tries a floater high off the glass, and a blocking foul will be called on the Railers. This time it's charged to Rylan Aschenbrenner, her second personal. And that will naturally send Kuhn to the free throw line. The first short off the rim. .136 left to play here in the fourth. Kuhn tries her luck at the second. That one clanks off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Ellis. Schmidt running the floor. Pass across the floor over to Moses. Turnover in favor of the Knights, and now a big line change comes in for Victoria as they have this one well in hand now. 1:20 left to play here in the fourth. That shot no good. Ellis got it. Running the floor, chucking one up. Is Taryn Boydston. Can't get that one to go. That foul goes to Rachel Kuhn. That's her first personal. Boydston tries her second. That one a high arcing free throw, no good. Put back is good for Aschenbrenner. She picks up her first points of the game. Litcher on the drive up underneath the hoop. Can't get that one to roll in. Rebound comes down to Victoria. Kuhn underneath the basket, tries to throw it up once more. And they say no shot. 3 seconds in the lane is called on Shanae Sure. Excuse me, that's Cheyenne. Sure. Sure chucks up a long three. That one well short. Correction, that was Moses. Sure running the floor. Ball punched out of bounds. Stays with Victoria. Ball comes back in play. Kuhn back out to Litcher, who tries a three. That one clanks off the rim. Sure tries her luck. Rims out. Rebound comes back down to Victoria. Litcher. 2 to shoot. Not enough time. Victoria wins it 42-28 at the end of regulation. We've got one more game for you, folks. The boys will be ready to play in about another 15 minutes or so, so don't go anywhere. We have the boys game next on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. welcome you to Victoria, Kansas on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. It's the Victoria Knights taking on the Ellis Railroaders. The tip is won by Victoria, and we are underway. Out in the far corner, back top of the key for Victoria. And pass tipped away in favor of the Railers. Full court pass, sure, in transition, scoop to the hoop is no good. Rebound comes back down, put back no good. Hoosier comes down with the rebound. Full court pass, caught in transition by Sander. Now right wing, Sander. Now Sure really muscled that ball down the floor, tried to connect with his teammate there on the low block, and that pass got away from him. Level at 0, 7:25 left to play here in the first quarter. We thank you one and all for tuning in to Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. For the rest of our crew, I'm Eli Blankenship. Underneath the hoop, Sharks lays one in for an easy 2 off the backboard. .7:05 left to play here in the first. Schmidberger kicks it out to Shearer, who knocks down a big-time 3. The crowd loving that one. Weston Shearer, a very elite football player himself as well. We got to see him during football season. Now corner 3 for the Railers is good. The answer from Baylor Bourne. 6:30 left to play. Weston Shearer's got on the left wing. He throws it across the floor. Sander now inside the keyhole. Hoosier. Sander thought about a 3. Instead, he passes it over to Shearer. Long pass across the floor from Sander. Shearer carves his way into the paint and drops it in for 2. Weston Shearer, such an athlete. He's got 5 points. All of the Victoria Knights points so far in this outing. Bourne. Bounce pass down on the low block to Sharts. That pass tipped away in transition. Sander through the runway, tries to lay it in. Put back from Sanders, no good. And they say no shot. Foul goes on the floor. And they're going to charge Aiden Aschenbrenner with the foul. That's his first personal. Oh, correction, that's Carson Sharts, who they charge that foul to. Now corner 3 is way long from Weston Shearer. Railers getting up the floor. They've got the rock now. Right wing, Fricky. Back across the floor, it's now Byers. In the front court, Aschenbrenner carves his way inside. Pass tipped away. Pump fake baseline from Sharts. He's right underneath the basket. And the ball's kicked out of bounds off the Knights. It'll stay with the Railers underneath Victoria's hoop. Pass comes in bounds from Byers. Bounce pass across the floor. Byers. Across the floor to Aschenbrenner. Aschenbrenner right on that Victoria V. Splits the double team. Trots his way through the paint. Chucks up a shot and is fouled before shooting. And they'll charge this foul to Weston Shearer. That's his first personal. Team's first of the quarter. Hoosier checks back into the game. Railers have got it. Kick out. Straightaway 3 is no good, out of the back iron. Rebound pulled down by the Knights. Sander tries a right wing 3. That one clanks off the side of the rim. Rebound pulled down by the Railers, and now a tie ball underneath the basket with 4:21 left to play here in the first quarter. Score remains level at 5 apiece. Sure. Correction, that's not sure. That is Byers. Now Sanders in transition, lays it in easily off the backboard. Sander gets his first points of the game. The first non-Shearer to score for Victoria. Victoria leads at 7-5. 3:50 left to play. Kick out, right wing three, clanks off the front of the rim from Fricky. Rebound pulled down by Sander. He stands on that Victoria V. Now in the corner, baseline drive, up and under, reverse layup is good from Cody Schmidberger. 3:30 left to play, and the Victoria Knights have a 4-point lead. Aschenbrenner back across the floor, Byers. Aschenbrenner, little stop and pop inside the keyhole. Clanks hard off the back of the rim. And now they call a foul down underneath the hoop, and the basketball stays with the Railers with 3:13 remaining here in the first quarter. Ball comes in bounds to Fricky, and he knocks down a big three. Railers trail it by 1. 3 minutes left in play here in the first. Hooser give and go to Shearer. Back out Sander. Sander on the left wing, he's double teamed. Now Hooser going to work underneath the basket. And the 2-3 defense of the Railers prevail here on that possession. Now a 3-ball in transition is no good from Fricky. Sanders got the rock for the Knights. Sander in the corner, baseline drive, pump fake, fadeaway jumper, way long. Rebound pulled down by the Knights, and the putback is easy for Wesley Sander. .2:15 left to play. Railers trying to find a bucket. They trail it by 3. And they'll call a blocking foul underneath the hoop on Hooser. And that is Hooser's first. That is the 3rd team foul of the quarter. And a whistle and a turnover in favor of the Victoria Knights. 2:11 left to play here in the first period. Victoria holding that 3-point lead. Sander off the high screen, steps into the short corner. Now underneath is an easy bucket off the backboard to his brother, Wesley Sander, the senior. Byers steps into a 3. That one is way short. And Victoria's got the basketball going the other way. Sander in the front court. Met by that 2-3 defense. Ball comes back out to Sander. Shearer open on the left wing. Now a corner 3 from Sander. Excuse me, correction, that's Dinkle is off the mark, and now they're going to call a push on Weston Shearer. So he picks up his second. That's an early point of the game to pick up your second foul. He's up to 2 personal. He's got 5 of Victoria's 13 points. So with 1:22 left to play here in the first, he'll go take a seat on the bench. Schartz up and under, lays it in off the glass. Trenton Schartz up to 4 points himself, the 6'2 sophomore. Sander goes between his legs. Now Hooser underneath the basket. Back up top of the key. Schmidberger swings it across the floor. Now a corner 3 ball is way off the mark. And a foul will be called on Victoria. This time they charge Cody Schmidberger, who also picks up his second. That's 2 Victoria Knights now with 2 personal fouls. That could really come back to bite them. They've already put the Railers in the bonus here in the first quarter. The Railers can really take advantage of this as they trail it by 3. Two for 2 at the free throw line for the Railers. Left wing for the Knights is Noah. Just past the keyhole, up and under for Sander is good at the basket. He's up to 6 points. Long rebound pulled down by Victoria. Now a long 3, knocks down the big time 3. Nick Sander, straight cheddar at the buzzer. He's got 5 points. Victoria leads at 18-12 going into the second quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. We welcome you back to Victoria, Kansas, here on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. Victoria Knights really found themselves in some early foul trouble there in that first quarter. Yet they hold a 6-point lead over this Ellis Railroaders team. Fresh 8 on the clock in the start of the second quarter. Sander fakes a pass across the floor. Now hand off to Nowak. Long pass into the corner. Sander tries a 3. That one clanks off the rim. Long rebound pulled down by Victoria. Now underneath the basket, Hooser. Kick out pass. Now bounce pass to Hooser. He goes to work underneath the basket. Way too much pepper on that one. Rebound pulled down by Wesley Sander, who lays it in for another 2. He's got 8 points. Top of the key, Aschenbrenner. Overhead pass to Byers, stepping into a 3. That one, a long rebound that's pulled down by Schartz. Aschenbrenner steps into a 3. Straightaway 3 is no good off the rim. Hooser pulls down the board. Nowak across the floor to Sander. Back to his brother and the other Sander brother. Inside Hooser, easy bucket for him underneath the basket. Really using his size to his advantage there, the 6'3" senior. Up to 2 points. That pass tipped out of bounds. Ball remains with the Railers. Inbound from Byers. Ball comes into Schartz. Now Aschenbrenner. Passes it over across the floor to Fricky. Aschenbrenner Back to Fricky. Fricky takes a dribble. Now inside Sharts, tries to back down his man, can't get it to roll in. A short rebound comes down to Hooser. Nowak swings it across the floor to Bourne. Excuse me, that's not Bourne, that is Sander who lays it in for another 2. He's up to 10 points himself, the first scorer in double digits. A 5'10 senior getting it done for the Knights. A full timeout called by the Railers. They trail it big time by 12. Under 6 left to play here in the second. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. Welcome back to Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. Railers needing some points here. Victoria on a 6-point run. Crashing his way hard into the paint. Trenton Sharts is fouled. In the act of shooting. Nick Sander charged with the foul on that one. That's his first personal, first team foul of the quarter. Trenton Sharts knocks down the first free throw. Second free throw no good. Rebound pulled down by the Knights. Sander across the floor to Nowak. Nowak long pass over to Sander. Hooser tried to back his way down into the paint. Pass back out to Nowak. In the corner, Sander drops it inside to Hooser. Hooser going to work down low, and he lays it in off the glass. Hooser is such a force of nature down low in the block. Hooser up to 4 points himself. Victoria holding that 13-point lead. Step back 3 ball for Aschenbrenner, no good. A long rebound pulled down by Sander, who's charged with a double dribble there out in transition. .5:01 left to play here in the second quarter. Ball comes in bounds into the backcourt to Aschenbrenner. Victoria sitting in that 2-3 defense. Aschenbrenner across the floor, deep 3 for Fricky. Can't connect. Sander launches it up the floor to Nowak. Nowak swings it over to Sander. Hooser inside the keyhole, back outside Nowak, and that pass intercepted and pushed out of bounds by Aschenbrenner. 4:23 left to play here in the second. Victoria on the inbound. Nowak straightaway 3, knocks it down! Chalk up 3 for the big man. Railers needing some points now. Aschenbrenner swings it across the floor to Fricky. Back to Aschenbrenner. Now Byers. Pass tipped. Aschenbrenner comes away with it. Long pass over to Fricky. Now corner 3 is good for Sharts. 7 points for Trenton Schartz on the night. The Railers trail it by 13. 3:35 left to play here in the second. Bounce pass into the keyhole over to Hooser. Long pass across the floor, Nick Sander. Now stolen away, Aschenbrenner in transition, no one near him, and an easy bucket for Aiden Aschenbrenner. He finds his way onto the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Railers trail it by 11. Sander being face guarded now by Aschenbrenner. Top of the key, Sander. Trots his way into the paint. Kicks it back out. Now a long pass across the floor to Sander. Nowak's got it in the corner. Feeds it inside Hooser. Hooser banks it in off the glass. Hooser's up to 6 points. 2:40 left to play here in the second. Long pass across the floor, pump fake. Now a little jab step, Aschenbrenner hesitation, scoop to the hoops, no good. Rebound comes down to Schartz, who's able to lay it in. Trenton Schartz up to 9 points. 2:20 left in play here in the second. Hooser trapped up down low. Now a drive from Sander. Can't get it to bounce in. Little handoff pass to Aschenbrenner. Breaks the timeline. Launches up a three. Now put back from Schartz is good. Carson Schartz finds his way onto the scoreboard for the first time tonight, and the Railers have cut this lead down to single digits. They trail it by just 9, 31-22 with 1:46 left to play here in the second. In Victoria, Kansas. It's Tiger Media Network's area game of the week. Ellis starting to storm their way back into this one. They trail it by 9 by a score of 31-22. 1:40 left to play here in the second. On a drive, Sander, Euro step to the basket. Wow, what a move from Nick Sander. 7 points for Nick Sander. Currently leads all scorers for Victoria. Correction, he's second on their scores, just behind his older brother, Wesley Sander. That pass batted out of bounds by Aiden Dinkle. The 6'3" senior, he's got quite a reach on him. Makes it really hard to pass around him. Quick substitution for the Railers. Now ball coming in to to Aschenbrenner. Fricky. Bounce pass into the corner. Ball batted out of bounds by Nick Sander, the 6'2" sophomore. Ball back in play. Aschenbrenner across the floor, Fricky. Now in the corner, baseline drive, Schartz dumps it down low to his brother. That pass just comes off the tip of his fingers and goes out of bounds. Nick Sander breaks the timeline. Top of the key, dumps it down low, Hooser. Hooser loses it, stays with the Knights. Now batted away by Aschenbrenner. 35 seconds left to play here in the second. Aschenbrenner, stop and pop from the elbow. Swirls in and out. Board pulled down by the Victoria Knights. Nick Sander working his way down the floor. He's fouled. as he worked his way down the floor. I believe that one will go on Aiden Aschenbrenner. That's his first personal. First team foul of the quarter. And now Wesley Sanders got it. The current leading scorer for the Knights with 10 points. Sander into the keyhole. He's got Hooser. 6 to shoot. And I think Hooser's going to get called for the travel there, as he couldn't quite get the ball out of his hands before moving those feet. 6.8 left to play here in the second. Ellis trying to get the last shot of the quarter off. 2 to shoot. Launching up a mid-range jumper, and it rolls off the rim. No good to end the second quarter in the first half of play. Victoria holds an 11-point lead, 33-22. 10 minutes at halftime, and then we're back with more basketball next on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week.
The computer networking students take a variety of IT-related classes that help them get hands-on experience with managing and operating, designing, engineering, repairing, and maintaining computer network systems.
A lot of different organizations have IT and IT needs, and so our students really are well prepared to go out and help users on the network of these different organizations and companies, and be able to make sure that they're connected and able to do what they need to do.
So our concentration is focused on cybersecurity. And at the undergrad level, what we're really focused on is getting you the teams for Blue Team. And so we're trying to get you familiar with operating systems, including Windows and Linux. And then we're also going to get you in the networking side of things and focus in on the fundamentals of network security.
This program is preparing students for IA track, which is information assurance, and more hands-on track for technical skills.
So the digital media production and journalism program focuses on producing video, film, and news programming for, television, corporate video work, film, streaming media, and more. So we really give everyone a good hands-on approach to learning how to create good stories that are going to engage audiences and do it in a very artistic way.
Our concentration is the web and mobile application development concentration within the informatics degree program. And so I like to say we're all things web. All the services that you use on the web, our students are building, creating, architecting. Orchestrating, quickly tying together all of these experiences. And so what does that entail? What new skills does that require? And so that's what we're trying to add into our program right now to keep this field, what we do here at Fort Hays, relevant for our students.
At Fort Hays State University, our tourism and hospitality program offers a variety of enrollment options such as online, on campus, or a hybrid of the two. As travel and tourism grows into one of the top industries in the world, our program provides you with valuable education and industry experience. With our accelerated 3-year program at an affordable price, you can get your degree in 3. Visit our website today to learn more.
The computer networking students take a variety of IT-related classes that help them get hands-on experience with managing and operating, designing, engineering, repairing, and maintaining computer network systems.
A lot of different organizations have IT and IT needs, and so our students really are well prepared to go out and help users on the network of these different organizations and companies and be able to make sure that they're connected and able to do what they need to do.
So our concentration is focused on cybersecurity. And at the undergrad level, what we're really focused on is getting you the teams for Blue Team. And so we're trying to get you familiar with operating systems, including Windows and Linux. And then we're also going to get you in the networking side of things and focus in on the fundamentals of network security.
This program is preparing students for IA track, which is information assurance, and more hands-on track for technical skills.
So the digital media production and journalism program focuses on producing video, film, and news programming for, television, corporate video work, film, streaming media, and more. So we really give everyone a good hands-on approach to learning how to create good stories that are going to engage audiences and do it in a very artistic way.
Our concentration is the web and mobile application development concentration within the informatics degree program. And so I like to say we're all things web. All the services that you use on the web, our students are building, creating, architecting. So orchestrating, quickly tying together all of these experiences. And so what does that entail? What new skills does that require? And so that's what we're trying to add into our program right now to keep this field, what we do here at Fort Hays, relevant for our students.
At Fort Hays State University, our tourism and hospitality program offers a variety of enrollment options such as online, on campus, or a hybrid of the two. As travel and tourism grows into one of the top industries in the world, our program provides you with valuable education and industry experience. With our accelerated 3-year program at an affordable price, you can get your degree in 3. Visit our website today to learn more.
The computer networking students take a variety of IT-related classes that help them get hands-on experience with managing and operating, designing, engineering, repairing, and maintaining computer network systems.
A lot of different organizations have IT and IT needs, and so our students really are well prepared to go out and help users.
Back in Victoria, Kansas, it's Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. After the first half of play, Victoria holds an 11-point lead, 33-22, a fresh 8 on the clock. As Trenton Sharks tries to go up with one and can't get it to go underneath the basket. Rebound stays with the Railers. Top of the key, Fricky. Back across the floor, Aschenbrenner. Schartz trudging his way down the baseline, and that's an air ball on that floater. Knights have got the rock now. They break the timeline. Handoff pass from Hooser. It's the first time we've seen Weston Scher since the first quarter of play after he picked up 2 early personal fouls. That has really hurt the Victoria Knights, as he was quite an impact player in that first half of play. Hooser back across the floor, Sander connects with his brother and Nick Sander. Handoff pass from to Shearer. Another handoff pass to the other Sander brother. Swinging it across the floor. Sander trying to carve his way in. Now bounce pass Hooser. Jab step from Scher. Mid-range jumper is too strong off the rim. Rebound pulled down by the Railers. Aschenbrenner trying to set up his offense here. Victoria still in that 2-3 defense. Aschenbrenner's got it for the Railers. Back across the floor. He's got Byers. Aschenbrenner. Bounce pass across the floor. Fricky. Now baseline J is no good from Schartz, and he gets his own rebound and puts it back in for 2. Carson Schartz has 4 points. Shearer spinning through the paint. Throws one up. Too hard off the side of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Victoria. And then a timeout. Excellent heads-up play from head coach Devin Ryan to call that timeout and hold on to the possession there. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll step aside for just a second. Victoria leads it 33-24 over the Railers. 6:04 left to play here in the third quarter. Victoria holds a 9-point lead over the Railers. 33-24 is the score. But as I said, 6:04 left to play here in the third. Sander fakes a pass, connects with his brother, who launches a 3. That one clanks hard off the back iron. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Railers basketball going the other way. 5:55 left to play here in the third. Railers trying to chip away at this Victoria lead. That pass tipped away. Sander in transition. Spins underneath the basket and lays it in off the glass. What a move. Nick Sander up to 9 points. 5:30 left to play as Aschenbrenner crosses the timeline. Aschenbrenner in the front court. Long pass underneath the Schartz. Now in the corner. 3-ball. Fricky rims out. Rebound comes down to the younger Schartz, who is fouled in the act of shooting underneath the basket, so he'll take a trip to the charity stripe. That foul goes on Wesley Sander. That's his first personal. Team's first of the quarter. First free throw from Trenton Schartz is good. He's up to 11. Trenton currently leading all scorers in the points category. Second free throw from Schartz. Clanks hard off the front iron. Victoria's got it going the other direction now. 5:10 left to play here in the third. 10-point Victoria lead. In the corner, Sander, pump fake. Dribble drive down the baseline. Tries to lay it in off the glass. Gets his own board. Put back is no good, but he's fouled. 5:01 left to play here in the third. And Nick Sander, the 6'2 sophomore, stands at the free throw line. That foul goes on number 13, Ben Byers. That's his first personal. One of two for Nick Sander. He's in double digits with 10. Aschenbrenner holds up the number 2 on his fingers. Across the floor, Byers. Schartz on the low block. Back out. Aschenbrenner, 3 ball. Clanks off the side of the rim. 4:48 left to play here in the third. Victoria holds that 11-point lead over the Ellis Railroaders. Sander hands it off to his older brother. Now a pass down on the low block, tipped away. Now Sander tries a 3. That one off the back of the rim. Aschenbrenner. Shifty footwork from him. Breaks the timeline, and a 30-second timeout called by the Railers. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. Victoria leads at 36-25. Back in Victoria, Kansas, 4:26 left to play here in the third. Victoria holds an 11-point lead, 36-25. Ball comes into Aschenbrenner, the Railers. Byers across the floor, Aschenbrenner. He's got it in the front court, bounce pass into the corner is stolen away by the Knights. In transition, whacked by Aschenbrenner in the act of receiving that ball just past half court. That's Aschenbrenner's second personal. Team's second of the quarter. .411 left to play here in the third. Sander across the floor, down low to the other Sander brother, and he gets called for an over the back. That'll be Nick Sander's second personal. Team's second of the quarter. Aschenbrenner throws the ball down floor. He's got Byers. Fricky. Aschenbrenner in the front court. Bounce pass over to Byers. A little lob pass over the top. Fricky right wing. Now baseline drive. Schartz tries it off the window and he gets it to go. Schartz up to 13. Victoria holds a 9-point lead, 36-27. Hooser tries one underneath the basket, can't get it to roll in. Aschenbrenner running the floor, kicks it into the corner. 3 ball, almost got stuck in the side of the backboard and the rim. Now in transition, Dinkle running the floor, scoop to the hoop underneath from Sanders, no good. Ellis comes down with the rebound in transition. Sharts tries a little scoop underneath with his hand and can't get it to roll off his finger. Under 3 minutes left to play here in the third. Sander on the free throw line extended, hands it to his older brother. Hooser in the corner. Hand off to Schmidberger. He chucks up a three. It swirls out off the backboard. Hand off pass to Aschenbrenner. Back to Fricky. In the corner, Sharts. Deflected out of bounds off the Knights. Quick substitution for the Knights. Hooser checks out of the game. And Shearer checks right back in. I mentioned Shearer didn't really see a whole lot of time in that first half. Pass comes into Sharts. Sharts can't get the catch and shoot to go. His brother there for the rebound, and now it's ripped away by Victoria. Shearer looks across the floor. Now handoff pass right back to him. Baseline. Kicks it out to Sander. Tries a three. No good. Long rebound. Pulled down by Fricky. Aschenbrenner. Jab step. Drive to the hoop. Shearer. Straight away three ball is no good. Foul down underneath the basket. Called on Weston Shearer. That's his third personal. Third team foul of the quarter, and now Weston Shearer will take a seat. Ball inbounded to Sharts, who is whacked underneath. And Nick Sander picks up his third personal. Oh, correction. They did not charge Sander with that one. They give it to Cody Schmidberger. That's also his third, so nonetheless, it kind of worked out either way. .155 left to play here in the third. Sharts knocks down his second. Trenton Sharts up to 14 points. He knocks the lead down to 8 in favor of the Knights. Hooser. Handoff pass to Shearer. Now hard throw underneath the basket to Nick Sander. Slips out of his hands, and Weston Shearer is so strong, and he chucked that ball down onto the low block, and it was such a hard pass that it really was just hard to receive there for the 6'2 sophomore Nick Sander. 1:43 left to play here in the third. Aschenbrenner crosses the timeline, throws it over the top. Now Sharts goes to work on the block. A whistle and a foul down low. It's the 5th team foul of the quarter. This one going on Nick Sander, who picks up his third personal. It's the 5th team foul of the quarter, as I mentioned. So the Railers in the bonus now. And Sharts knocks down his first. He's up to 15 points, respectively. 1 of 2 from the free throw line, a 7-point Knights lead. Sander, kick out pass. Now in the corner is older brother Sander. Trying to find Hooser, now in transition. Fricky getting out, lays it in off the glass. That was an important bucket there for the Railers. That pass jostled loose by Aschenbrenner, who got out in transition with Nick Sander, and he loses his dribble. It's a 5-point Ellis game. Or, a 5-point Ellis deficit. So it's a 5-point game for them. They've only got a little ways left to go to try to claw their way back into this one. Just under a minute left to play here in the third. Sharts driving his way to the hoop. Underhand try at the basket's no good. Shearer across to the opposite corner to Dinkle. Dinkle tries his luck at a runner on the baseline, no good. Gets his own rebound and puts it back for 2. Dinkle scores his first points of the game. puts Victoria back out to a 7-point lead. Aschenbrenner across to Fricke. Aschenbrenner just inside the circle at midcourt. 18 seconds left to play here in the third. Ellis trying to get the last shot of the quarter. Aschenbrenner in the front court, throws it across to Fricke. Back to Aschenbrenner, 7 to shoot. Fricke tries his luck at a 3. You betcha! He banged it home! 4-point lead for Victoria. A full court shot, no good from Weston Shearer, and it's a 4-point ball game going into the fourth quarter. We've got 8 more minutes of basketball left to play here in Victoria. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. More fresh minutes on the clock here in Victoria. Sander on a drive, scoop to the hoop, can't get it to roll in. A little bit too much pepper on that shot. In transition, Beyer back out to Fricke, around the horn to Aschenbrenner. Couldn't knock into the 3. Hooser pulls down the board. Sure. Pass into the corner to Sander. Top of the key over to Sure. Schmidberger turns that one over. Now the Railers have it. Trenton Schartz fakes the 3 in the corner, spins around in the paint. That ball goes sky high and comes down to the Knights. Sander up to Shearer. Back across the floor to Schmidberger. Down the free throw line, extended Sander. Long pass across to the other Sander brother. He steps into a 3. Bang! Big time 3! What a shot from Nick Sander! Knights hold a 7-point lead. Aschenbrenner, little runner up the Main Street and in. Aschenbrenner's got 4 points. Sander driving in on Aschenbrenner. Brings it across his body, finds his older brother. Now Schmidberger. That ball turned over. Schmidberger comes down with it, and they call a travel on Cody Schmidberger. He really walked quite a ways across the hardwood on that play. Now 6 minutes left to play here in the fourth. 41-36, Victoria leads it. Underneath the hoop is good for Schartz. The Railers have knocked it down to a 3-point Victoria lead. Schartz has got 17 tonight for the Railers. Shearer looks inside, Hooser. Hooser's blocked! What a block from Aschenbrenner! Aschenbrenner running the floor, tries to go coast to coast, he's stopped up. Kicks it out to Fricke for the tie, he got it! He banged it home! Wow, what a shot! Jaron Fricke ties it up at 41 apiece. Timeout Victoria. We're tied at 41s. 5:19 left to play here in the fourth. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. There's been 3 lead changes in this game and 2 tie ball games, one of which comes right here, right now, 41 apiece with 5:19 left to play here in the fourth quarter. It is crunch time for both of these squads. Sander hands it off to his older brother. Shearer, baseline drive, clashes his way through the paint and lays it in for 2. That was an important bucket there from Weston Shearer. He's got 7 points. Long pass across the floor. Aschenbrenner's got it in the front court. Bounce pass over to Byer. Excuse me, that's Fricky. Back out Aschenbrenner. Aschenbrenner, little stop and pop is good. We're still level at 43 apiece. Aschenbrenner makes a big-time mid-range jumper to keep the Railers within reach. 4:30 left to play here in the fourth. Sander on a drive, stopped up, and kicks it out to his younger brother. Nick Sander, the 6'2 sophomore, hands it off to his older brother. Weston Shearer spinning around in the paint, kicks it back out to Nick Sander. Back to Shearer, surveying the floor. Little lob pass over to the other Sander brother. Hooser goes to work down low and one. Count the bucket. Kyle Hooser. The big man down low gets it done. Hooser's up to 8 points. 4:04 left to play here in the fourth. That foul charge to Ben Byers. That's his second personal. Hooser's free throw no good. Nick Sander comes down with the rebound. Kicks it out to his older brother. Dinkle tries a runner and can't get it to go off the backboard. And Ben Byers comes down with the rebound. Aschenbrenner in transition. Back across the floor. Fakes a pass, tries a 3, you betcha! Fricky takes the lead for the Railers. 14 points for Fricky on the night, and the Railers have a 1-point lead. And now the answer from Kyle Hooser. Long pass across the floor. Now in the corner, Sharks 3-ball. You betcha! Straight cheddar! Clashing his way through the paint. Up and under for Schmidberger's good. He rolls it in. We've got a tie ball game, 49 apiece. 2:37 left to play in the fourth. Timeout on the floor. Don't go anywhere. We've got a good one here in Victoria, Kansas. We welcome you back to Victoria, Kansas. 49-49. It's a tie ball game. Corner three, Fricky clanks off the front of the rim. Short rebound comes down to Sharts. He powers his way up to the basket and can't get it to go. Good defensive stand there from the Knights. Shearer in transition. Tries to clash his way through the paint. Loses the ball. Now corner three is short. Tries it again. Sander gets it to go. 2-point Victoria lead. Wesley Sander up to 12 points. Him and his brother have combined for 25. Aschenbrenner, top of the key. Across the floor to Fricky. Now bounce pass into the corner to Sharts. Fricky back across the floor to Aschenbrenner. Now in the corner to Byers. Sharts powers his way up to the hoop. No good. Board pulled down by Sander. Schmidberger going to work down low. Mid-range jumper, too strong off the glass. Aschenbrenner running the floor. Circles his way around Sander. Kick out pass. Byer, three ball. Yes, sir! 52-51. Ellis leads it. 1:07 left to play. This one's going to come down to the wire. Sander, little handoff pass to his older brother. Schmidberger, now Shearer, tries to find a cutting Sander on the back door, gets his own rebound, throws it up, and one! Count the bucket! Are you kidding me? Weston Shearer. Ice in his veins. One-point Victoria lead, 53-52. Shearer's free throw, no good. Now, timeout, Ellis, a full timeout. We'll step aside for just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We have got a nail-biter. Victoria leads it 53-52. We welcome you back to Victoria, Kansas. This one coming down to the wire. 42 seconds left to play. Ellis with a chance to take the lead. Sharts under the basket. He laid it in. 1 point Ellis lead. 31 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Sander running the floor. Handoff to his older brother. Hoosier top of the key. Now Shearer. Shearer crashes his way into the paint. He slipped on the floor. Travel. And the Railers have the basketball with 21.6 left to play here in the fourth. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside for just a moment longer. 21.6 left to play. Ellis leads it 54-53 here in the fourth quarter. 21.7 seconds left. Fourth quarter, Ellis trying to get the ball in bounds. Aschenbrenner running the floor under a lot of pressure. Full court pass down the floor, gets it to Fricke. Fricke is fouled. 13.9 left to play here in the fourth quarter. And Victoria has only one team foul. So they're going to be in trouble trying to stop the clock. They're going to have to commit a lot of fouls out of the basket to seal the lead. A three-point Ellis lead. Schartz got it in transition on the pass in bounds. Now Victoria has to answer. They need a three-pointer to tie this one up at 56. 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter. We've got a close one. Don't you dare turn this broadcast off. This one's coming down to the wire. This one coming down to the wire here in Victoria, Kansas. 7 seconds left to play. Shearer running the floor. Victoria needs a three to travel. 5 seconds left to play, and Ellis might just pull this one out. After coming back from being down big time. Long pass in bounds to Schartz. Schartz is fouled. That's Victoria's second team foul, so they've just got to get a steal here. That's the only opportunity they have to try and come back here in this one. Ellis on the inbound. Ball comes in to Schartz, who is fouling now, just 0.6 on the clock. And I think they're just delaying the inevitable at this point as the Railers will call a timeout. A 30-second timeout, don't go anywhere. Ellis might just pull this one out, 56-53 with 0.6 left to play. Back here in Victoria, Kansas, 0.6 left to play. Railers holding a 3-point lead. Victoria has to have a miracle to even tie this up. Ball comes in bounds. Byers, that's going to do it. The Railers pull off an improbable comeback. They win it 56-53. Wow, what a game. A thriller that came down to the wire in the fourth quarter. Trenton Schartz, our Tiger Media Network player of the game. 20 points on the night for the Railers, and they come out and edge out the Knights in the final moments of this one. For the rest of our crew, thank you one and all for tuning in. I'm Eli Blankenship saying so long and good night from Victoria, Kansas.